You know, I just couldn't stop thinking about it. So many friends of mine, sharp people, business, professional, loved Christ, but by their own testimony had very little intentional impact for Christ outside the four walls of the church. It turned out it seemed to be a really widespread problem. Many other people who were acquainted with this sharp group of Christians that were not having an intentional ministry were not hearing about the love of Christ because they weren't seeing anything from my friends. And so I thought, well, we should start something. So that was really the start of Atlanta Community Ministries. In the last 2 decades, we've had the privilege of serving over 500,000 people. More than 3,000 of those people that were served have also made intentional decisions to know Christ for the first time. And we've helped start over 100 different lay-led ministries in Metro Atlanta.
And about 15 years into the organization's existence, I led one of those ministries. And at the same point, I had so many friends who were interested in the things of faith, but were not interested in the current presentations of how Christians were presenting it. And then I met people like you, Claudia, people like you who are a part of Atlanta Community Ministries who were trying to leverage your life to show the love of Christ to other people. And I thought, what if there were more people like Claudia? What if there were many, many more people who would take the time to discover how they can leverage their life for Christ?
Este programa, que es el grupo de proveedoras de cuidado infantil, que se viene desarrollando más o menos hace 2 años, tiene como objetivo el de dar una ayuda a ustedes y sobre todo para todas nosotras las mujeres inmigrantes, porque yo también soy inmigrante. De este programa puedan todas ser beneficiadas de una u otra manera, pero lo más importante es que encuentren su relación personal con Cristo, que es la base de todo.
Our larger leadership was trying to figure out, well, how could we equip more people? Why limit it to Metro Atlanta? What if we could help foster a larger movement of people shining their unique lights all over the country? Cam, what if we could find more college students like you on more campuses around the United States who wanted to help introduce their fellow students to the real Jesus?
All we try to do here at The Real Movement is host space where you can have some real conversations, some honest conversations that go a little deeper than the everyday. We believe in Jesus. We love him. He has changed all of our lives, and that is why we do this. You belong here regardless of if you believe what we believe, regardless of if you behave how we behave. You are welcome here. This is your home. We love you. We want you here.
And our leadership decided, yes, that's the vision we wanted to chase. It's really hard to foster a nationwide movement when the name of your organization has a very specific geographic place name, Atlanta Community Ministries. So we knew our name had to change. And so I have the privilege today to introduce you to our ministry's new name, Orchard. This presentation for Christ of our long-held mission and vision and values will help people in more places across our country find the way to shine their light and embrace their purpose.
We started Second Saturdays about probably 7 or 8 years ago because we just saw that we had a lot of friends that had some time and some interest in serving the community, but they didn't really have an easy step to take to do that. And the idea was to give people a chance to do that on a regular basis. That it wasn't just something you did once and checked a box off, but instead it was something you were doing on a consistent basis to kind of inspire a lifestyle of service.
Growing in Grace started out just trying to build community with moms in our area. It's kind of morphed into a developmental playtime. So the thought is to help you connect with your kids and just get to know them on a sensory level, but also just to have time to communicate and engage and build community with other moms that live near you.
We think Orchard is positioned to support our very multifaceted approach to how we do ministry. It allows people to have an initial feeling of warmth, of energy, of growth, of abundance, all these things we want to see from the people of Christ. At the end of the day, this name is simply a name. It's a package to carry in it a set of values, a vision, and a mission that has accomplished so much in 20 years. But the most important part of that is the people. When I came around this organization, there were so many wonderful staff members, board members, team leaders, volunteers, donors, and partners from all walks of life in so many places, and all those people are going to continue as part of the organization. This is not a time to bring in a new wave of leadership to sort of take over. This is a time for new leaders and a new era of people to come alongside the existing era of people to partner with them in creating something that can touch the entire country.
And I'm excited that there are so many young people who now are seeing real people they can see and say, well, if they can do it, I can do it. And we think this could happen in multiplied thousands and thousands of ways. The church is not inside the four walls. The church are the people that enter into those four walls weekly and then leave into the world to make those impacts. So the future that Orchard envisions is of everyone, everywhere who follows Christ, shining their unique lights, transforming lives wherever they go, such that everyone, everywhere experiences God's love more deeply.